Just before you enter that.
Magbubukas na tayo.
Moving na yung iyon. Ako na
Okay. For the documentation,
Hindi na oy.
ako lang pipili.
Nag-PPE kami.
Hindi kasi ano yun. Iba yun yung topic sa Jason. So he was so excited.
So kahit wala na pala, ma'am.
Pero kahit ang importante is yung love.
Okay lang yan, at least alam nyo din mag-PPE.
Okay. So, we're done with the infant care, ha? So, what are the things you have to remember in documentation?
Red.
The skin, yes. Skin, this color, stool, and the urine. Stool and the urine. So, how are you going to measure your urine and the stool of the baby?
Measure.
Okay. You're going to measure by weighing the diaper. The diaper.
So yun ano namin sa
Kung punong-puno na.
May timbangan sa ano? Yes, there is yes, kahit may poop siya, especially if the doctor will say measure INO of the baby. So you have to weigh the, but if there is poop, just take note. Big stool. The color of the stool, anong color, normal color for the newborn is
Black.
Black. Melena.
24 hours.
Magkuha na siya.
Ano yung term? What is the term?
Melina.
Millennia. Millennia.
Melina. Okay. So, those are the things you have to take note, okay? Especially for babies, doctors will always ask you measure the INO. Baka pag sabihin ng doctor, measure the INO, I do not know. Sa kalimutan. Measure it by weighing your
Diaper.
Okay?
Ma'am, what's INO again?
Intake and out.
Intake.
When you mean intake, it is the baby's
Food.
food intake. The milk or water.
Water.
If there is water, pero syempre, pero when you mean intake, anything you put in the mouth is the intake. Output, anything,
The
observation, it's either the stool,
Urine.
the urine, or
Vomit.
vomit. Okay? Or if there is any, for example, there are patients, for adult naman yun ha, there are patients with bag, yung may mga colostomy bag, or everything is still included as your
Output.
Okay. Anything out from the patient's body is out. Anything na ipapasok is
Input. Intake. Sorry.
intake.
Intake. Input.
Okay. Now, we will go with your, ano to? Sana tayo? Isa, at
Sterilization.
sterilization, cleaning. So, make sure you clean everything. Wait, doon mo na siya sa kon. Then, tama mo na. So, make sure everything is complete. You have your bases, your brush,
Tong. Tong, 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 totong, tong.
Nadidistract ako sa tong. Merong plastic tong ha. Tapos meron siya para siyang curve. Try to search na lang sa Google. Hindi siya ganito. I-curve siya na ma-secure yung bottles. Yung parang pang-bata talaga siya, pang-tong. Ay, pang ano?
Bottle.
Pang-bottle.
Feeding bottle.
Para siyang ganun. Okay siya. Okay? Wala. So,
Check also the
Ayan. Okay, the first thing you have to make sure that your equipments are complete, and then of course do your hand washing. Okay, after doing your hand washing, you have to make sure to put a warm water. Why not cold? Bakit warm? Why do we need warm water in cleaning?
To give the germs.
Then Yes. Warm water can help reduce number of microorganisms. Okay. And what else? Warm water can be yes. So are there tendencies that the bottles can have residue, milk residue, or yung mga powders that sticks on the warm water can easily soften or make the residue easily be removed. Okay? So now the warm water is here. Then you put a little soap. Make a soap suds. Okay, be here. There is there is specific
Liquid soap for the
liquid
bottle.
soap for that bottle. But we cannot economic status of the patient we have to consider also. So they are using what they have at home, you can use it, but do not put it directly on the bottle. You have to put it or mix it in the water. So we have the water with the soap and your rinsing.
Basic.
This will be the for the dry. This will be your water for water with soap. And then this will be for your rinsing. This will be for your rinsing. So make sure you soak it with the you can use your hands with gloves. Okay. So you have to first, after you soak, you can circular motion.
Sorry.
So wala ka talaga na. Circular motion. Make sure that you
Ano ba yun? Hindi ka nga, iisip ko kasi ano yung connection niya nun? Ano parang sa bowl siya?
iba yung sa bowl, iba yung sa bottle. Diyos ko, Audrey.
Wala kang kapatid.
Saan?
Pamangkin. Pamangkin.
Kapitbahay.
So, you can clean. Ayan. Then, make sure to brush also. There are milk residues on the outside. Ayan. And then, you soak it with your rinsing.
Rinsing water.
And then, this one also, you can use the small brush. Make sure all the particles is removed. Then, also this one. Do not stick one baka. Masira. Circular
Babutag.
motion. Slowly but surely, and nursing is that hard. Yan. And then, after that, we're done. You have to rinse. Make sure there is no water, soap, residue, or it's very clear. After that, you can put on the tray to dry. So when you dry it, now you're done. You remove all the used equipment. Now you're ready for the, and then you remove, you do your hand washing, then you can remove your gloves. Now you're ready with your sterilization. So from bathing to sterilization. Now with your sterilization, what are the things you have to remember? You gather your equipment, of course, and then you fill how many amount of water?
75%.
75% or?
3/4.
3/4. Okay, 3/4 amount of water. So sa hindi mo nakakaalam, okay, Audrey, tingnan mo yun.
Lamig talaga.
Yan. So here is the bottles. Dito lang. Ano yung pang bottles? Kamo kung dalawa.
Suppose na hindi naka-stand.
Eh,
Meron yung nagkaisa, depende sa kind ng skin.
Para po
So,
sa
Alam,
May
Upside down.
Depends sa, there are machines, there are some sterilizing machine.
ganyan din siya, pero
Make sure you know the preparation or how you can use it. Basta 3/4 of water or 75% of water. And then, this one is for the, put it on top. This one is for the equals and the, okay. With the use of your
Tong.
tongue.
Pero di ba mo nilalagay siya
After, like that.
5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes. 2 to
Yeah,
3 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes.
No, that's the confusion, di ba?
2 to 3 minutes.
Oh, that's the confusion. So, for example, when are you going to start the 30 minutes? Sa boiling na,
Boil na yung
30 minutes. But, you can put, di ba? For example, you already put. Then, ipipress mo na. So, yun na, nag-boil na siya. So, pag nag-start na siya mag-boil, that's the time you will count
3 to 5 minutes.
No, 30 minutes. But for the
Maple tea.
people and the 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, after 3 to 5, okay, sige, for example, nandiyan na, sige, nalagay mo na. So let's start to boil. Now it's boiling. It's boiling already. Then, 2 to 3 minutes, you have to remove your alcohol. Bakit ma'am, 6 na pwede? Kasi it will be,
It will be
Hanggang 5 minutes pa this.
Yes, pwede din po reverse, no? After mo i-sterilize yun.
pwede rin reverse, oo. It can be also after, for example, 30 minutes, you will start counting the 30 minutes, then 2 to 5 minutes before 30 minutes, then lagay mo. But which is more easier? Is it before or after?
Depende.
Depende.
Depende sa tao.
Depende sa tao. But normally,
Para sa akin po, ano,
mas madali yung, after,
Ma'am, nilagay ko lahat. Hinahayaan ko kasi kumukulo siya.
But for me, it's easier kasi 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, 3 minutes, tanggalin mo na. Natanggal mo na, tutulog na sila. May iniwan yan siya na 30 minutes is. At unlike ng kwan, maghihintay ka ng babantayan mo ng 3 minutes, then ilalagay mo. So what if may ginagawa ka?
Correct.
So, but it's, ano yan, yung strategy na lang niyo.
Mas maganda last.
For the assessment, for the assessment purpose, it's easier na, ganun na lang gawin. 2 to 5
after
minutes.
nga ng ano, sa kanila yung 3.
Then, you can remove, leave the bottle to finish up to 30 minutes. Okay? And then, now you're done with the sterilization. So, after care, you can prepare for the feeding. Feeding na tayo. What's the thing, first thing you have to do is your
Check that.
hand washing.
Wash hand rubbing, change the gloves.
Hindi ka na mag-reverse kasi tapos ka na mag-reverse. Continuous na yan.
Hand rubbing and
So,
change the gloves.
Oh, then, there's no gloves in the feeding. Hindi na naman gloves in feeding. Just
Okay.
hand washing and hand rubbing. Pag-side na. You can do the hand rubbing. Then, make sure to check.
Label.
What are the things you have to check on your
Expiration.
Expiration date.
What else?
The formula.
Nutritional content.
You can check the instructions for the level of the
Milk.
milk or the water. But if there is doctor's
Prescription.
order on how you are going to prepare the milk, you have to follow the doctor's order. Kahit na ang instruction is ganito, pero ang sabi ng doctor ganito, you have to follow the doctor. Okay? So, after checking the expiration, you have to make sure to check also the milk. Now, if you notice any discoloration or anything inside the milk of the baby, but it's still not expired, are you going to give or no?
No.
No. Okay? So you see, if there is something in the milk that you think is not good, discard. Kahit hindi pa siya expired. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, next. What's the next? You have to, which one you have to fill first? Is it the water or the
Water.
milk?
The milk.
The milk.
No, water first, then milk.
Yes. Baliktad pala.
It is the water first. For example, we need 90 ml. So you have to put 90 ml of
What?
water. Warm water or hot water.
One.
90 ml. And then, for example, 90 ml. As per order or as per the instruction. And then you have to put, like for example, this one, we have 3 scoops. Okay. 3 scoops.
Para na lang. Sarap. Hindi naman yan. Ito ko yung bakit na.
Sabi ko na.
Hmm? Live actually ito pero unlisted. Bawal mag-IV.
Ay, okay. Yes.
Ano? Wala. Unlisted to. Bawal.
Yung hand washing natin nilagay mo sa YouTube. Hindi ko natapos
Okay,
na
for the
Ano rin mo,
for
mga
the
kaliw.
bottle pala, for example, kasi if after sterilization, syempre nakaganyan. For putting the this one you can hold, but never touch with your bare hands ang nipples. You can use your tongue. Hindi kasi siya pang pan. Hindi kasi siya pang
Butter.
bottle. You can put it. Okay? So do not touch the nipple. You can put it directly. Wait, hindi na siya sterile. Contaminated siya. Okay. Then, keep it like that. Okay? Hindi kasi siya.
Scope.
Parang,
Magdala na lang kami ng
kung meron kayong mga answer for your assignment card.
Yung parang measuring spoons.
Bakit wala bang ano? Wala, hindi ba pwede na spoon na?
No.
May spoon talaga yan.
There is an accurate measure spoon for the milk of the babies. Okay. So, if you're going to put the milk of the baby, ganyan. Ayaw, nakakita na ako ng ganyan. So,
Pero lagi na ng lupa. Meron tayong ginamit ng nakaraan.
Meron kami.
Yung parang ano lang siya, maliit lang siya.
Wala tayong ginamit.
Pag-milk talaga siya.
Kay Dito, hihingi ako ang kay Dito.
Binit-bit na yung isa. Binit-bit eh. Nagkano ka ng measurement.
Kasi mostly ng milk eh, may
may measuring.
hindi naman gusto yan.
Ito kasi hindi ito pa
Hindi man yan pagkatang ng ano man yan ano.
Okay. For measuring the milk of the baby, including do not do not ano yan pa just level it. Level it, and that is the purpose of this one sa lead para ma-balance. I can help and I show you.
Wala ba talaga? Hindi ito. Ano yun?
Oh, yes, water first.
Ano ba yun?
And then you have to make sure that it is level with the stove. And then you put, for example, 2 scoops lang. 2 scoops. Right? And then,
Pwede na to.
Ayan, yan yung ginamit namin.
Malaki yan.
Malaki masyado.
Malaki yan.
Ipapakita ko
Kuha
kung
nila.
Yung proper lang na pag ano ba na
Sayang may tumor. Gawin sa lip.
Lanlanon.
sa lid. You will do like this on the lid and then ang laki. Okay, for example, yun na. Sige, dyan na siya sa loob. Okay, so you put the milk. Kung hot water ba ang warm? Warm or hot? Basta as long as it is
Won't let the ever know.
okay, and then here, color, and then how are the ways that you can roll? You can do like this, or circular.
Hindi.
Why is the reason you don't do like this?
Kasi
Avoid the formation of bubbles.
Okay. The formation of the bubbles may cause air baby that may cause them for any discomfort or those that has abdominal pain. That's why sometimes the baby will keep on crying. Lagi mas kinagyanyan because of the air due to like this. So you can warm water na or hot water. Diba? Now,
Okay ba naman ang gatas ng baby? Kasi
Also,
then, for example, the water is still warm. How are you going to make it cool? Anong
With
gagawin?
water.
With water.
put it take it up and put cold water then
Okay. So you can put under a running water with the cap on.
Yes.
Okay? Make sure that it will not be touched anywhere because if you touch it anywhere, it's already contaminated. So you have to change it. So put in the running water, leave for a while, and then galit ka na? Okay? Now, how are you going to check for the temperature? So before you will feed your baby, you have to check the
Temperature.
temperature. What else are you going to check in the nipples of the baby? The button.
The hole, the hole.
It's very good. The hole. There are nipples that have bigger holes. Yeah. So you make sure the drop of the milk is enough for the baby not to be gulping.
Tukan.
Gulping or
Tukan.
Bisaya tukan or in Tagalog
Bilaukan.
Bilaukan.
Bilaukan. Okay? To prevent aspiration of the
Baby.
Now, you already test the temperature, the milk, it's okay. You can now get your baby. So before you feed your baby, make sure you have your
Towel in your
towel. Okay, kunin ko na sa baby. Maliit.
Ugaw na kayo, ay labalaba.
Ayaw ko bala ako.
Baby.
Pwede pa magpapagod lang sa akin ng mother yung baby.
Nakaiba yung bait mother.
Now, for the baby, yun yung time na yung ginawa mo.
Yung hole, ano?
You can hold football hold like this. Just the normal hold din yan. Okay? Make sure bib. Or towel. Kung walang bib, towel. Then, what is the proper position of the baby? Semi-upright position. What is the rationale why we have to put it in the semi-upright position?
Para hindi mo
Mabulo na.
Okay?
Altutan.
Okay? To prevent aspiration. What else? I choking.
Bakit yun? Bali makadistore for a while. May batch 24 lang ma. Papakita ko sa kanila. Okay, so, guys.
Welcome.
Sa bahay ni Kuya. So, they are our batch 24, ma'am, and they are here just to check and our
Infant.
Welcome to our channel.
So, currently, they have Ma'am Hannah with
So
them.
into our
So, ayun, sa sinabi ko kanina, basta anything na concern regarding the lectures, the demonstration, you can always ask and approach our training officers. They are very approachable naman talaga eh. So, if you have any questions, basta tanong lang kayo. Wag mahiya, okay? Don't be ha? So, you need to raise your voice. Yun. So, currently, they have their infant care demonstration. So, So, Ma'am, hi.
Hello everyone.
We're batch 19. Welcome back to our channel.
Hope you will stay until
So,
hope to see you marching.
Ito, pinuno nyo.
after 8 months.
Si Puti yan,
Yun.
pinuno.
Ito, malapit na to sila.
And the next batch na.
Their graduation will be February, ma'am.
Oh. Yes.
February.
Congratulations,
Kaya, wala, uy.
We have
Ba?
an alumni certificate ko.
Siya, sige. Okay na tayo, ma'am. Thank you so much. Sorry. Ayun.
Ma'am, balikan kita, ma'am, ha?
Ayun, may last room pa tayo, guys.
Pero yung
Thank you so much.
Okay. What is the reason why we make sure that the baby is fed in an upright position? First, to prevent aspiration. Okay, the tendency of the milk going to the lungs of the baby will cause aspiration. What else? If you feed the baby on a lying position, the milk may go into the ears of the baby. That may cause infection. Maybe you will interchange. Some students will interchange aspiration and infection. If it goes to the ear, it will cause
Infection.
If you are preventing the baby from being choked or the water, the milk will go to the lungs, it's called
Aspiration.
Okay? Aspiration and infection. Okay? Medical term. Okay. Now,
Noted.
before you feed the baby, make sure
Milk
that
naman
the
gold.
milk or the fluid or the milk will fill the teats or the nipples of the bottle. Why? It is to prevent the
air.
Okay. It is to prevent for the baby to sip in
Air.
Because the air may cause
Aspire.
kabag or bloatedness or abdominal discomfort. So, you can feed the baby. Upright position. Even sitting, upright position. If the patient, for example, the mother wants to feed in a lying position, make sure that the head is slightly elevated. Ask them to put the pillow. Okay. But for your demo purposes, you will be the one feeding. Okay? Okay? You can feed now. Now, for feeding the baby, do not force the baby to finish the milk. If they cannot finish the milk, just cover, put in a refrigerator. It's okay na to put in a refrigerator. In a,
Upright?
in a room temperature.
Okay.
Okay? You can keep the milk up to 3 to 4 hours. Then you can feed again. But if it's more than 4 hours, whether you see something or no, okay? You can let the baby feed the remaining milk 3 to 4 hours. Now, how many hours are you going to feed the baby? How often are you going to feed the baby? 2 hours. Every 2 hours. 2 hours. Mandatory is every 2 hours. Baby cannot say, I am hungry. But every 2 hours. Now, for instances, this will be discussed on the following weeks regarding the congenital disorders. But as an overview, kasi nasa infant care tayo, for patient or for babies that have cleft lip or cleft palate. You know what is cleft lip or cleft palate?
Ito.
The difference with the cleft lip is yung lip, when you mean lip, is yung lip lang, ang involved. When it is cleft palate,
Yung
talaga.
Talaga.
What is the problem with babies that have cleft lip or cleft palate? They are not able to suck the nipple. But what can you do? We have this specialized para siyang spoon, para siyang spoon na open lang siya. Pwede nilang hindi sila ikaw ang magkocontrol ng flow ng garas. Oo, sila na lang tutulon. Okay? Parang ganon. And then, for babies, some babies will be repaired, ang lip and palate. How are you going to help the mother to feed? Make sure that the baby will pull, yung full nipple will be placed inside. Okay? What else you should consider in feeding the baby? Make sure that the lip of the baby is not, hindi siya nakalaw.
Inside. Outside.
Dapat nasa labas siya. Yung parang yung loob of the baby is full.
Pout. Nakapout?
You will know that the baby is full because the baby,
Ginanon niya na, nilalabas na.
Nilalabas na
they will push it with their tongue. Gaganon mo yung ilalaw. Okay? So, make sure that the lip of the baby is out. Do not allow them to feed na nakaganon. Kasi it will also the discomfort of the lip. And then they cannot suck properly. So there is also tendency na suck din sila ng air. Kasi nga hindi maayos ang pagkaka-feed ng nipple sa baby. Okay? So you can adjust the mouth or the lips. Para malabas lang yung kanya. Now, there are ways that babies, for example, cannot find the nipple or magano-gano siya. Tendency of the baby is so how are you going to stimulate the feeding of the babies? You can touch
The cheek.
and then magaling hahanapin nila yun. Like if you try to check on if you have babies or pag gaganan ninyo yung cheek, hanapin nyo yung you will feel the touch. So, you can feed. Do not just have some caress or diba? And then you can feed the baby. Now, when you're done feeding the baby, you have to always burp your baby. So, how are you going to burp? O, sige, Audrey, from ganyan.
And also,
You can
put in the shoulder.
do not
Jogging na yun.
Wawa naman. And remember, this is common, very common sa Philippine setup.
Yeah.
Do not
Para makatulog
shake
siya.
the baby. There is what we call, it's another disorder. It is what we call shaken baby syndrome. That shaken baby
Oh.
syndrome is very dangerous for babies.
Shaken baby.
That's
Baby
sometimes when I encounter bigger babies, they may be affected by shaken baby syndrome. No,
Alit. Oh, talaga.
So that's it. We don't actually advise by feeding.
Ganyan yung asawa ko.
Okay lang, you can do the dancing ganyan, but do not. It may also cause aspiration sa baby. So after that, you burp the baby. What's the reason why we have to burp the baby?
Mag-lil up.
To release the gas, yes, that is inside of the baby, and then also to prevent aspiration that the milk will go in the lungs of the baby. So at least 30 minutes you keep the, just like an adult,
30 minutes?
Hindi, pag nag-burp na siya, okay, but do not, at least 30 minutes, do not put your baby immediately in the
Just hold it for.
like your adult feeding, di ba? Adult feeding, you don't put your baby immediately during your, di ba, for your NGT feeding. Or not, it is not advisable for your patient to be placed in a supine within 30 minutes. So you have to keep your baby in an upright position at least 30 minutes. Birth first, you have to make sure how you will hear the birth. Hear the birth. Yeah, birth. Birth. Okay. So the baby already birth.
30 minutes muna.
Then make sure to leave. Okay, then you can discard. Yeah. To discard, then ask the mother, you want me to give the baby to you or you want me to give that?
Crib.
Then do your aftercare. Make sure you clean everything. Discard everything.
Clean the
What
air.
else? Did I forget something? Do you have any question? During the bathing, what is the most important thing you have to consider in bathing? Is the temperature. Thermo-regulation of your baby. During the feeding, what is the important thing you have to remember in feeding is your to prevent your aspiration.
Infection, expired. Thermoregulation.
Regina,
Wala kang breastfeeding.
we advise breastfeeding. Pero kasi on your phone kasi sa
Mga sabi ma'am na may ano sila, may gamit na masin para makakuha yung gatas na tapos sa gabi na
Ma'am.
Now,
Pinipray
okay, for additional information, for your breastfeeding, what is the proper position for breastfeeding? You can ask the mother to sit down. It is not, some mothers would say, I want to feed lying position. Okay, consider the preference. Pero make sure that you instruct the mother how to feed on a lying position. Do not lay them. Okay. Let them on the side. Baby's head on the side. A little elevated. But it is advisable for them to feed in a sitting position like this. And make sure that the nipple, the whole nipple of the mother, for example, this is the nipple of the mother. Di ba maliit lang? Ito lang. For example, this is the nipple of the mother. Make sure that this is the areola of the mother. Yung areola is the brown part of our one. At least you make sure na nasa sakin. Kasi the milk formulation will be stimulated through the sucking of the baby. So if you, that is why some mothers develop cracked nipples kasi the wrong feeding is done. Kasi pag nasak ng baby only the nipple, that is the tendency that they will have the cracked nipple and the pressure. That is why the areola should be included in the feeding of the
Ma'am, tatanong na. Eh, di ba pag babae mag-breastfeed, ano na yung gatas? Hindi pwede mo lang, hindi
You have to clean first,
Clean
of
it
course,
first.
with water.
Pero mga natural na lumalabas
Okay.
sa mundo. Meron din sa
Now, for example, the mother is doing the ano yun, pumping or suction. You can feed the baby kahit kailan with the milk of the mother naka-freeze lang. So how are you going to give if it is frozen? Do not warm it by putting in a hot water or what. You can get the hot water, put the hot water, and
Just leave
leave
it.
the soak the breast milk. It's still best for babies and breast milk. Yes. Even it is whole year, but syempre, infection control, they are discarding it in a certain period of time. Pero kahit 1 year na nasa basta breastfeeding. Breast milk. Basta breast milk. 2 years. So, it is really, if you have your patients, it is really advisable for mothers to do the breastfeeding. Why? What's with the breast milk that is what else? Are very important for the infection immunity.
Yung colostrum na tinatawag.
Yes, and the colostrum is very important. The first milk,
Ano yan?
Padede rin ako.
Nagpapadede ka din?
Yung din lang. Hindi lang.
Okay na.
Alayin mo ng baby, mother. Matik-save na yan.